right, here we go. We go back to the NFC North. We did the Lions and the Packers on Wednesday. Today is the Vikings and the Bears. Last year, 7-10. Third NFC North. A lot of that because that man right there, JJ, Justin Jefferson, he got paid in the offseason. He missed a lot of last season. He's back. Kirk Cousins is not there. He's gone from Minnesota to Atlanta for a ridiculously bad contract for the Falcons. The total, according to DraftKings, 6.5, juiced heavy to the over. But sometimes the juice, Raphael, we'll start with you, is worth the squeeze. Is it here for the Vikings?
Well, first of all, these two teams that we're discussing today probably have the most handle on total season wins, Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Two popular teams all summer long. That's why the juice is high. Now, I'm going to explain the reason why I have the Vikings minus 160 laying a heavy juice. Because FanDuel has 7.5. This is a great opportunity in the middle because in week 3, books will readjust total season wins and put out a new number after week 3. We can have a 2-3 point middle when it comes to this game because the Vikings can start off 0-4 if you look at their schedule. So DraftKings has over 6.5 minus 160. I'm going to lay that heavy number because I really like what FanDuel and BetMGM has 7.5. So this is just a great middle spot. I agree with everyone on the panel, AB, Charles, DG, and Chris with the under 6.5. But for me, trying to get a nice middle 2 to 3 win middle after week 3, I just couldn't pass this up.
It's always an opportunity. You got to be very patient, and you got to find these spots, or you watch DTL and listen to Raphael. So, DG, coming over, why do you disagree with Raphael?
Yeah, I think Raphael obviously wants to go on the under, but he's trying to play the middle spot. But I will say that the Vikings are not going to be that bad. Like when we look at this, you're going to see them in a lot of the games because they have the talent of, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Hawkinson. They have a lot of good pass catchers. The issue is it's the quarterback. So are they going to go with Darnold early in the year? And that could be a play that we look at, that who takes the first snap of the year. I would assume it's going to be Sam Darnold. But J.J. McCarthy is going to be the guy who's going to take the reins at the QB. I think because of that, they're going to have some games that they look great, but they're also going to be a lot of games that they look bad. And I think as you get to where you could finesse this number up to like a 7th win, they're going to be so late in the year that what's the reason of them winning? What's the reason of them putting out some of their players that they don't need to play? And so I think that's why they're going to go on the under here.
And Nate says 140 yards a game, JJ. I am not a fan of J.J. McCarthy. I didn't think he was all that great at Michigan. I did not think he should have been drafted that high. I do not think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback on record. So, Charles, let me come over to you. You also like the under, which is plus money. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I kind of disagree. I don't think they're going to be very good at all, especially when you have Sam Darnold and J.J. McCarthy and Nick Mullins as well. So I struggled to find where they would get wins. I was looking maybe the Giants, Cardinals, maybe Titans, Bears, Seahawks, because they play that NFC West, AFC South, 49ers, Packers twice, Lions twice, Falcons, Jets. So maybe they get to 6, but I like the stance on under 6.5 wins with the Vikings here.
All right, very, very good. Soupy says, also remember Addison might be suspended, and Hawkinson will miss half the season because of his ACL tear. So, Seabass, I'm coming to you. You're also on the under here.
Yeah, so on the under. Now, full disclosure, I wouldn't bet this just because my line where I've got a guy. But for show purposes, as my man Charles likes to say, we'll take the under here. But I got a guy, right? He's a hedge fund analyst. This guy provides me all my season totals. He's got some spread, whatever he does. I don't know what he does. But anyway, the spreadsheet that he's given me in the formula has got Minnesota at 6 wins. So 6.5 is a little too close for me to bet it. But for all of the reasons everyone else has stated, and my guy, I got them under the 6.5 win total.
Yes, Seabass. Back in the day, I also had a guy, too.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to that bodega anymore because they have online betting now. But let's go with your guy.
I still have a guy.
Yeah, Raphael's like, I got it all covered. Robert agrees with me. He says, I'm with you, Coach. Surprised to see so many high on JJ. But also here at our previews, I make my guys give me one future ticket. One prop, could be team, could be player, anything that we're looking at. Raphael, let's start with you.
Yeah, even though we just pretty much bashed the Vikings and how many injuries they have and quarterbacks, I still think they're going to score a touchdown in every game this year with the plus money on this one. They've hit this prop bet 5 out of 3 times. I know Cousins was there out of those, but I think they're finally going to get a quarterback maybe after week 3, week 4, settle on one. And they're going to be behind a lot all season long. So they're going to have to be throwing a lot all season long. So I just couldn't pass up the plus money. I think they score a touchdown in every game.
I find it hard to believe, Raphael, that this is plus money because it doesn't seem that hard to score a touchdown every game. But maybe I'm wrong. It's kind of shocks me a little bit that it's plus 250. Does it shock you?
Well, last year I was at that Raider game when the final score was 3-0 in Vegas, and I wanted to hang myself just because how boring the game it was. So it can happen, but like I said, the Vikings are going to be behind so much all season long that they're going to have to be throwing so they can get a touchdown in every game.
I cannot wait for our DTL watch parties just to watch all the different bets that are being made, everybody being upset or happy, and Charles can't tell if he's happy or not. It's going to be awesome. So, Charles, where are you going to go with your prop today, sir?
I'm sticking with the Vikings being bad. I got them as the lowest scoring team in the regular season as well. And it just really with this quarterback three-headed monster they have as well. So, yeah, at plus 3,000, I think it's worth the swing to see if the Vikings are the lowest scoring team in the regular season.
What a fascinating prop to play. That's why we're doing this. I love all of these different plays, and that one at plus 3,000, ooh, that's a great number. Seabass, let me come to you. What do you like here?
I like Aaron Jones over 4.5 rush TDs. If you look at the Minnesota Vikings in their run game last year, it was almost non-existent since they lost Dalvin Cook, but you're going to need some help there. We've already talked about how they've got some pass catchers in Minnesota, which could open up the run game. And as long as Aaron Jones can stay healthy, I like this. And shout out to Soupy and his buddies over there at Betting Pros. They actually have this looking at over 5 that he's projected at over 5.5 touchdowns. So at even money, I'll take Aaron Jones over 4.5 touchdowns.
How dare you promote another company or brand? We don't do that here at DTL. DG, what do you like today, big boy?
Yeah, I'm going to back the Jet just for the simple fact that Justin Jefferson over or more reception touchdowns than Garrett Wilson. And it's really kind of a fade on Garrett Wilson. I think last season he had 4 touchdowns. The season before that he had 3. I know he's got Aaron Rodgers, but you also kind of go and look at a little bit of what Raphael talked about is I would assume that the Jets are going to be more in games, right? Their defense, but then the Vikings are not going to be in games. And they're going to have throwing it up to the Jet and let him get his numbers because of that big contract, because he's very good. And so I expect Justin Jefferson to kind of run out a bunch and try to gobble up a lot of those TDs so he can do the gritty more.
All right, very good. By the way, AB sent his in. He's on the Vikings under, so 4 out of 5 are on the under. And Justin Jefferson under 89.5 catches at minus 105. Remember, he's coming off that injury. If you watch Receivers on Netflix, you saw what that took out of him. I became a big Justin Jefferson fan after Receivers. I mean, this guy wants it bad. But when you have those serious injuries, the next year can be a little bit difficult.